It's time for Braves Baseball, presented by Truist. We join you from Globe Life Field in Arlington for the third final and all-important rubber game of this three-game series between the Braves and the Texas Rangers. Hi again, friends. I'm Chip. He's Jeff. Kelly Kroll along in a moment. April is done for Atlanta. 2 games under 500, Jeff. Some good signs for the Braves in 2022's month opener, but I'm sure there are a lot of things you'd like to see improve going forward.
April, not awful, not great, somewhere in between. It starts for the offense for this Atlanta Braves team. Continue to pick up where they left off, flexing their muscles with the power. The home runs, extra base hits. Austin Riley, of course, been outstanding. The one part, those Ks down there, the strikeouts for the Braves. Got to find a way to lower that, put the ball in play more. And then going to the pitching staff, early on, the starters kind of up and down. Lately, though, you've seen the last 10 games really have done a much better job. And, of course, the bullpen, Kenley Jansen's been outstanding on the back end. Hopefully they can get their identity soon and get rolling.
Back into the rotation has been in a state of flux, Kelly Kroll, but a Dallas native, Kyle Muller, gets the ball in the series finale today.
That's right, Chip. Yes, another Texas kid will get his shot at the Rangers. And for Kyle Muller, this should be an exciting one. He went to high school just 19 miles from here, and he said he was going to keep it low-key today, leaving just 24 tickets for friends and family. But coincidentally enough, his high school actually auctions off Rangers tickets, and this just so happens to be the game that a big group will be here. So a nice cheering block for Kyle, who pitching coach Rick Cranitz said was throwing the ball really well in Gwinnett, lined up for today, so it made sense to give him the ball. What he really wants to see, command the fastball, preferably to the upper part of the plate. That's where he gets all his life. But he said, really, guys, just fill up the strike zone, because this Rangers team swings early, but they don't chase it a whole lot. So certainly this should be a nice test and a great opportunity once again for Kyle Muller, who we know will be in the mix for the starting rotation this year for the Braves on and off.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Jeff will be the first to tell you, hitting your spots is always key when you face the Texas Rangers as we wrap up Game 3 here in Arlington. Lineups and first pitch coming your way right after the break from Globe Life Field.
Brought to you by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. The Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. And by Yellowwood. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Today's the last visit for the world champs here in Arlington, Texas. We wrap up this 3-game series. Disappointing game for Brian Snitker's club yesterday in a 3-1 defeat. But it's still, Jeff, a chance to win back-to-back series. They took care of business against the Cubs. If they win today, Atlanta takes 2 out of 3 and heads on up to New York.
Look, I think Snitker when the game's going to start. He's ready to go. I love it.
He's not the only one. As you see the Toyota starting lineup, Ronald Acuna Jr. back in the lineup for the Braves today. He's the DH. So the outfield alignment, Ozuna will be in left, Duvall in center. Travis Demeritte, who's having a terrific series, is in right field. And William Contreras, a couple of home runs, back in the lineup as well. Important game for Atlanta. The Braves finish up April at 10-12 on the year. You saw Jeff break down what happened for Atlanta in the first month of the season. I'm with you. I think the fact that the Braves are 10-12 with Charlie Morton not having a win, with Ronald Acuna playing just a handful of games, and this offense showing flashes of consistency. Hey, the Braves, I think, are in a pretty good spot. After all, they were 10-12 this time last year, too.
We saw the power numbers. The key for me, you make the strikeouts go down, which means you're putting the ball in play, get a few more guys on, and Chip, those solo home runs all of a sudden turn into 2- and 3-run bombs.
And hopefully a few of those will be coming against young Taylor Hearn, who's 0-2 in rotation for Texas. He's from Royce City, Texas, just east of Arlington. No wins this year, Jeff. He's been very, very good in the daytime, but has yet to win here at home.
Yeah, we're going to check out what Taylor throws here. Here his arsenal coming into today is his 5th start. Split time last year in the rotation and bullpen. He's got a 4-seam fastball. He's been trying to throw a sinker more. You see at the bottom to mix guys up. As this is our StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud. And he throws a changeup at the bottom part of the zone. I've been told big start for him today. John Gray's coming off the IL soon. And, you know, one of those, is he going to stay in the rotation or go to the bullpen? Big arm, though, and he's done good work. His last time out, 4 runs and 5 innings pitched.
Rangers are wearing their baby blues that they debuted in 1972. Hopefully they'll be singing the blues with your Ford Keys after Game 3.
Well, homers, this team right now for the Braves would like more contact, put the ball in play, but right now when they hit the long ball, they're winning games. And for Kyle Muller, you're at home where you grew up. You heard Kelly's report, a lot of family and friends again here, kind of like Bryce Elder say, control your emotions and find a way to keep yourself under control and fill up the zone with strikes.
And you mentioned Bryce Elder. He was optioned back to Gwinnett after his start yesterday. So we'll look forward to seeing Bryce back in the Atlanta rotation in the upcoming weeks, perhaps, as Hearn wraps up his warm-up tosses. And we get set for Game 3 action here in Arlington, Texas. Star-studded crowd here. Nolan Ryan is on hand, as his former president George W. Bush and his wife Laura. They are here to celebrate the anniversary of Nolan Ryan's 7th career no-hitter. He did that, guys, at the age of 44. And one last chance for this crowd to honor Ron Washington. They say farewell to thee, Wash, who celebrated his 70th birthday. Wash, the winningest manager in the history of the Rangers franchise, took him to the World Series in 2010 and 11. And I think the Prez just said hi, Wash.
Absolutely.
So we're set to go. It's Taylor Hearn and Ronald Acuna Jr. here in the opening inning in Arlington. Glad you're with us on this Sunday afternoon. We head to New York to see the Mets tomorrow night. And Hearn goes to work and delivers a quick strike. Ronald has a 6-game hit streak carrying over from last season. His check swing single scored the only Braves run yesterday. So Ronald 1 for 4 in the series. There's the defensive alignment for Acuna. Very simple setup for Hearn. The pitch. Across the shoe tops. 1 ball and 2 strikes. To Jeff's point about strikeouts, Atlanta has struck out 21 times in the first 2 games of this series.
A lot looking, too. Almost half of them.
There's another one. Acuna took one over the inside corner, and Hearn's day off to a good start. 1 up, 1 down. Ronald struck out looking to start the game yesterday against Dane Dunning.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit inside, but close enough at 1-2. He was able to get the call.
And look, Hearn's been a strikeout guy. He's averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning pitched. And now Matt Olson digs in. Matt needs a hit. That's 5 for his last 40. You and I were talking at breakfast this morning about whether there was any consideration of giving Matt a day off.
Yeah, and like you said, it just to me, then you got to shift Austin Riley over, make some moves. And right now, going to big series in New York, chance for Matt to kind of get a couple hits today and go in with some confidence.
He's had good luck in this ballpark, but is just 1 for 9 in this series.
Well, if there's any indication right now, if Kyle Muller's watching, Corey Blazer behind the plate, giving some of the sides right now the strike zone.
Back-to-back strikeout starts the day. Olson swings and misses. 2 up, 2 down. Austin Riley, the hitter. Austin 2 hits, 1 of them a home run. And Riley has been really punishing left-handed pitchers. And that's in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Braves hitting .249 against left-handed pitchers. 7 home runs against them. And as Jeff said, with John Gray lurking to return for the Rangers, this is a big start for Taylor Hearn. The misfires high. 2 balls, no strikes. Nothing wrong with this kid's fastball. But it's been the curveball and slider that's given him a lot of trouble. See if the Braves can feast on that today. Right now he's just bringing the heat.
Yeah, there's that sinker they were talking about, trying to throw that a little bit more to help Hearn keep the ball in the strike zone. Said he's got 96, 97 if he wants it, but he's trying to live more in that 93, 94 range.
The 2-1. Hearn ready for his 12th first inning pitch. And that one is rolled foul. Talking to the Rangers broadcasters, one thing they did say is opposing teams in here for the first or second time, they're seeing a lot of called third strikes, as if their batters aren't picking the ball up well off the hitter's background.
Yeah.
We'll get the intel when we finish up the game today. The pitch downstairs.
They did say with the roof closed like this, you don't have the glare that you would if the roof's open on a day game too.
Well, it was closed on Friday and the Braves won. It was open yesterday and the Braves had just a couple of hits. Riley has the deep count with the bases empty. Ozuna waiting next. And he lost him. Good at bat for Riley. And Marcel's coming up with a man aboard. That'll drive a pitching coach crazy. Got to 2 strikes quickly and lost him.
Lost him. So confident hitting with 2 strikes now and is able to work the count back in his favor and get on base.
Let's see if Ozuna can keep the line moving. They give him the entire right side of the infield to play with. Marcel 4 homers, 10 RBIs, 1 for 8 in this series. Short lead by Riley. And the pitch. One thing I love about Marcel, even if he's making outs, Jeff, he is hitting the ball hard.
He has been. I love his approaches here. Another thing, we've seen him shoot that right side a bunch with 2 strikes, something we saw 2 years ago.
We're told Ozuna has 38 balls in play at 95 miles an hour or better. And for a guy with the power and the production that Ozuna has, he's not striking out a lot. 16 of them. By today's standards, the pitch. Now to play foul. All around Major League Baseball, once again, more strikeouts than hits in the opening month. And Ozuna has to protect here with 2 strikes. And that was true for the Braves. 198 strikeouts, 165 hits in April. As Riley leads with a 1-2 pitch. And it's popped up behind first. Long run coming in hard in right, and the grab made by Garcia. And the Braves are out of luck in the opening inning. Here come the Rangers. Kyle Muller pitching at home. We'll see how he fares next. The skipper of the Texas Rangers, who went 7-14 in the month of April, but they're trying to win their second series today against the Braves in their new powder blue uniforms that, because of supply chain issues, only got here yesterday. This is their Toyota starting lineup. Marcus Semien leading off. The Braves have to find a way to get out Corey Seager, who's homered in 3 consecutive games. And our old pal Charlie Culberson gets the start today. He's at third base against Kyle Muller.
The big lefty, you see that 9 games last season, 8 starts. Had that great one in New York, good one in Cincinnati. Big thing from him, you heard Kelly talk about. Rick Kranitz needs to fill up the strike zones with that fastball and get ahead of guys. See if he's able to do it.
Marcus Semien is the Rangers leadoff man. The third different #1 hitter in as many games against the Braves in this series. They are trying to find some consistency at the top of their order as well. And Texas hoping that for Semien, who started slowly last April and finished with 45 home runs, that history repeats itself in 2022. Muller ready. And that's on the ground, but right to Dansby Swanson. Shortstops and third baseman have been busy in this series.
And the turf has been getting beat up there on the left side of the infield.
So a good start for Muller, a ground ball out. And Adolis Garcia, the #2 hitter today, will be the batter. Garcia's homered. He has knocked in a couple of runs. And left-handed pitching's been his kryptonite, hitting 136 against them, en route to a 195 opening month average. Swings the first one though and shoots it the other way. So there's the first base hit of the ball game. Garcia, a soft single, and now the Braves have to face Seager with a man aboard and 1 out.
And all Seager's done now is homered in 3 straight games. That pitch just down the middle and jammed him, broke his bat. Been able to dump it in the right field.
We've talked a lot about the destruction that Seager did on the Braves in the NLCS here in Arlington, Texas. Remember, they played the playoffs in the bubble that year. Maybe there's another reason, Jeff, why he signed with the Rangers rather than the Dodgers.
Well, when he signed here, he requested, and of course, with $300 million, he got what he requested. The locker he used in the playoffs with the Dodgers. I don't think they're going to turn that down.
No. See if Muller can figure out how to get this guy out. Seager has been a one-man wrecking crew against the Braves. We hope he turns that trick against the Phillies. That's where the Rangers go next. Seager has homered in 3 straight games. Garcia's been active on the base paths with 3 swipes. And a good try, but missed. To the Rangers shortstop. You mentioned the giant contract this guy signed. They signed Semien to a big deal too. Spent $500 million on 2 players. The pitch. Ball 3.
I thought that was a pretty good pitch right there.
Three and 1. A breaking ball behind in the count. Shouldn't be surprised by that anymore, Jeff. More off-speed stuff than fastballs being thrown in baseball nowadays.
Yeah, it's something Kyle's really been working on, is being able to throw those secondary pitches in those type counts.
Out of play. We'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kyle Muller is a big man, 6'6", second-round pick by the Braves 6 years ago out of Dallas Jesuit High School. You heard Kelly's great report before we came on air. Friends, family, schools here. What a treat. Runner goes. Pitch is downstairs, and a single and a walk has Muller in a first-inning jam. But you got a catcher coming up, Mitch Garver. Let's see if Muller can get a double play ball here. Garver started in a real cold spell. Had an 0 for 25 stretch. It's improved slightly to 5 for his last 23. So his batting average up to 177. He's a better hitter than that. 2 on, 1 out.
That's something we've talked about all over the league. The averages are down right now in the first month.
Major League Baseball, the lowest batting average in history, lowest on-base percentage in history. Yes, small sample size.
I think the short spring training did a little more to the offense than people realized too, though. All the talk was what it would do to pitchers' arms. But again, you know, a lot of guys 20 ABs, 25 ABs at the most, and then really if you look at that, you got to cut that in half and probably say 10 to 12 ABs against guys that actually are pitching in the big leagues right now compared to you know, minor league guys.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of it that way, Jeff. That's an excellent point. We talk about guys wanting 50, 60 at bats in the spring.
They're cutting that in half and then cutting half for the quality ABs they're getting.
Muller delivers. And a hot shot past Dansby. That's a base hit. Garcia had to hold up, but they're going to wave him. Ozuna's throw is way off target. And 3 straight reach. Mitch Garver makes it 1-0 with a single to left.
Right now, Garcia last time, same thing. Garver here, just getting too much of the plate. Middle for these good hitters, and you can tell the scouting report. We all know, you know, Marcel in the outfield, his arms kind of in the middle range, and you saw them send him right there and get aggressive in the first inning.
So 2 singles and a walk makes it 1-0 Texas. Here's Nick Solak. And that's high and away from Muller. 1 ball, no strikes. Good slider, evens up the count. Solak with a couple of homers, 3 RBIs, 2 on the pond for him here with a 1-0 Ranger lead. And so, Jeff, another trend that I think we all agree has to improve if the Braves want to defend the division. Got to come back from deficits. Braves are 1-11 this year when the other team scores first.
Again, one of my keys we talked about coming in was being able to, you know, shorten strikeouts, and 2 again in the first inning for this Braves offense.
That got away from Contreras, and everybody moves up.
Kind of skipped right on the edge of that plate.
So a wild pitch, we presume. Now a hit could score 2 for Solak, who's got a 2-2 count. Struck him out inside corner.
Yeah, that was big. After the wild pitch, you figured a ground ball gets a run in here, and he makes a nice pitch on the inner half. Look, another one's probably in off the plate, Chip, but no different than what Hearn did to Acuna. Corey Blazer giving almost to that white line right now. So these hitters have to realize that.
Back in the dark ages, that's what they used to call the Sunday getaway day strike zone.
Yeah.
Swing the bat, boys.
Doug Eddings, one of the all-time favorites, with what he would tell you on getaway day. Swing it, boys. It's going to be big today.
So here's Nathaniel Lowe. He's hitless in the series. And in a cold spell for Texas, 1 hit in his last 17 at bats. And he's tardy there. Love that. Another slider. It's 0-2. Prior to yesterday's game, the Rangers had not scored in the first inning since opening day. They've now scored in the first inning in back-to-back games. Against the Braves, they lead 1-0. And strike three. Lowe is retired. Nice comeback for Kyle Muller. 2 singles, a walk, and a wild pitch sends us to the second. It's 1-0 Rangers. Tourist. Happy May 1st, Braves country. Texas scores the game's first run. Jeff Rancourt, Kelly Cole, Chip Carey with you. In the Lone Star State. And Snickers Club trying to get to 11-12 with that gigantic first series coming up tomorrow night with the New York Mets. A doubleheader on Tuesday, a Wednesday afternoon day game, then back home with the Milwaukee Brewers. I tell you what, partner, the Braves are going to run into some pitchers, aren't they?
Yeah. But again, I'll continue to say this. We talked on the way on the bus today with the radio guys. Sometimes we tend to hit guys like that a lot better that you know you've seen than guys you're not really sure about, like Dunning last night.
And like Taylor Hearn today, who leads by a run. Ozzie Albies, Adam Duvall, Travis Demeritte coming up in the Braves second. Always love seeing Ozzie hit right-handed. He's looking for his first hit of the series, and that ball's driven toward right center field, pretty deep, but it's playable, and in right field it's Garcia who hauls it in. Ozzie gave it a ride, but he's retired for out number 1. A lot of odd angles on the outfield fence here in Arlington, Texas. Makes this place even more quirky and cool, and all those distances have special significance. The 10 after Michael Young, the 7 for Pudge Rodriguez, and then all the way down the left field line. 372, first in the gap. First year the Rangers were here, and 334 for the one and only Nolan Ryan, who's in attendance today. The ball's at a strike for Adam Duvall. Adam 1 for 6 in the series. Adam snapped his 15-game strikeout streak in a row yesterday. And he's behind 0-2. Duvall at 197. 29 strikeouts, 76 at bats in the first month. And that's taken low. Had a good rip at that one. At 93 miles an hour, fouled it straight back.
Great crowds all weekend here. Today's, it looks like it's almost sold out pretty much.
Capacity a little over 40,000. Hey, you get one shot, one weekend to see the world champs. You've got Nolan Ryan here. Ronald Acuna Jr. for Atlanta in the lineup. What's not to like?
It's a good point.
Outfield straight up for Duvall, who almost got hit. And it's 2-2. Texas still building and rebuilding. Yes, they spent a lot of money on young Corey Seager and Marcus Semien. But they are 6.5 games behind the Angels, who lead the division. After the first month of the year in the AL West, there's a sharply hit ball to third. Charlie Culberson. Come on, Charlie, you can't do that to the Bravos. Hard hit ball. Duvall retired. And 2 are out. It was great catching up to Charlie on Friday, one of the most popular Braves in recent times. And he knows how to play the hot corner. He's done that a lot for the Rangers.
Yeah, good play. See how he gets down, really. So we can see the ball in his glove again. So fast off this turf, but makes a nice play.
Here's Travis Demeritte. Travis has given the Braves a spark with 3 hits in the series and some history here on Friday night. Travis Demeritte forever will be known as the man who hit the first inside the park homer in this ballpark. So that's real cool. The pitch. Missed his spot but got the call. It's 0-2. Swing and a miss. 3 up, 3 down for the Braves, who've struck out 3 times in the first 2 innings. Texas maintains a 1-0 lead. Just been announced at Truist Park. They include Brian Snitker with the World Series trophy, Eddie Rosario's MVP in the NLCS, Ronald's bat flip, Tyler Matzik, Ian Anderson, and Charlie Morton. There's also an Ozzie Albies giveaway too. Check it all out. Go to Braves.com/promo for the dates and opponents. 1-0 Texas. Kyle Muller got the first out. Couple of hits, a walk, and a wild pitch later. He's down a run. Did strike out the last 2 hitters looking, so that's encouraging as he faces Ibanez, Culberson, and Eli White. Ibanez, the DH today. He's got 3 hits in the series. Ibanez, a good homestand. The Rangers facing the Astros and the Braves. No swing. 2-1. That's pulled foul at third. And Muller back in the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the native of Havana, Cuba, Andy Ibanez. He was 29 years young.
He got wore out at third base last night. You talk about ground ball after ground ball.
No swing. Ibanez on his way to first. 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts for Muller. We're in the 2nd inning, and here is Charlie Culberson.
Always a fan favorite in Atlanta. Had a good couple of years there. Came up with some big hits.
Yeah. Charlie Clutch was his nickname. All those late inning dramatics for the Braves. So back-to-back seasons for Culberson in a Ranger uniform. The pitch. Splits the plate, strike 1. Charlie made 75 starts for Texas last year, most of them at third base. And that's where he is for Game 3 today against Kyle Muller. Don't forget, Charlie wasn't just clutch. He wasn't just a popular teammate. Did you know that he has a 1.69 career ERA as a position player pitching?
Throws gas. He's got a big arm.
That tipped foul at the plate. And Charlie behind, no balls, 2 strikes. Contreras took a little punishment on that ball. Off Charlie's bat. Good lead at first. The pitch. Hanging breaking ball whacked into left field. Culberson went down and combed that. So 2 on, nobody out. And the 9th place hitter White is coming up.
Yeah, just a ball that got a little down, but Charlie, good job going out and getting it. Hooking it to left center for a single.
It's just amazing when you watch replays of big league hitters when they hit a mistake, how slim the margin for error is for a pitcher. But let's see if Muller can get White to roll over here. Eli hitting .250. He's knocked in a run. Texas has had a lot of traffic. Showed bunt and took low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Chris Woodward maybe playing a little old school National League ball. Marcus Semien on deck.
Braves are in at the corners. Double play depth up the middle. As Muller checks and delivers. Then he showed bunt and took a strike at the knees. Or a little below.
I was going to say, Cal might have got a nice call there.
Chris Woodward's a great baseball man. Good guy. Hasn't had a ton of talent in this very tough Western Division race. Another bunt. And fouled away. A ball and 2 strikes. Last year the Rangers went 60 and 102. A little tired of that, are the fans here in Arlington? 5 straight seasons below 500.
Yeah.
A ball and 2 strikes.
That was almost better than the 1-0 he called a strike on him.
So everything's evened up. Well, you've got first and second, nobody out. You've got a full count, and you've got Semien waiting on deck. No swing. I'm not sure if White was headed to the dugout or headed to first base. But that's ruled ball 4, and Rick Kranitz is on his way out. Muller has walked 3 in his first inning plus and has the bases loaded, none out.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't blame them. You saw Snit yelling across the dugout. I got to believe, felt like he went on that one.
So Muller's family didn't like the call, neither did we. And Corey Blazer out to break up this meeting. That's why I said when White was carrying the bat with him, he had his head down. He didn't want to look at first base. If he'd been rung up, I don't think he would have argued. And Rick Kranitz with a parting shot or 2. And he just got thrown out. You can't argue balls and strikes. That's grounds for automatic ejection. And you could read Cranny's lips. He said he did not argue that. And he is getting his money's worth here.
Yeah, sometimes you get out there, Chip, and you just got to let it eat, and that was Cranny. I agree. One arguing ball strikes, arguing the check swing.
So that's the first Brave to be ejected this year, Rick Kranitz. And the Braves in a big mess here, bases loaded and nobody out. And Marcus Semien, the hitter, didn't get that. Strike one.
Can't say I blame Cranny on that one. You got a pitcher out there who's trying to get going here, and he gets big difference between first and second, one out, and bases loaded, no outs.
Double play ball maybe. Nope, there's nobody at second because of the shift. Semien put it in play. That scores a run. Ibanez comes in to make it 2-0. We got the ground ball, but there was nobody to start the relay with.
You can see it's tough. You just have Ozzie in a spot that he's not used to. Your first instinct, of course, is to break that way. And by doing that, of course, nobody at second. Not able to get that out.
And what really hurts is now runners second and third. And Garcia is the hitter. Adolis Garcia, Adonis's brother, in a big run producing spot here, and takes a strike. 0-2. Kyle got out of second and third in the first inning with a couple of strikeouts. See if he can turn the trick again here and hold him to a single run. On the ground to short. Dansby charges. He'll go to third, and they will tag out the lead runner. That will bring home Charlie Culberson. Garcia puts it in play. Give him an RBI on the fielder's choice. Lights out 6-5.
Well, that's where we talk about just putting the ball in play. You're able to get another two in a row that you're able to get a ground ball. Good play by Dansby there to get it to Austin. No one's right there. Kind of cut this damage down. Look, coming into this game, we said it today, Braves going to have to score runs.
Yeah.
So hopefully Kyle can get out of this inning right here with Seager, and the Braves can go to work.
Seager walked. Runner at first goes. Good jump. Contreras will not even throw. Told you Garcia likes to run. That's his fourth stolen base.
It's one thing that I think as the season moves on, Braves pitchers are going to have to be a little more cognizant of runners at first base. You're not even giving Contreras a chance there to throw him out.
Seager went around. A ball and a strike. Already 45 pitches for Kyle Muller. He's not out of the second inning.
Kelly Kroll caught up with Rick Kranitz before the game, and you heard the report. The big thing, I want him to fill the strike zone up, and right now Kyle's just erratic.
A lot of deep counts. Braves pitching coach Rick Kranitz ejected here in the second inning by Corey Blaser. The Rangers have scored twice. They lead 3-0. And he takes a walk.
And they're trying to get him out of this inning so you can get him back in and calm him down a little bit, Chip, in the dugout, because they need him to pick some innings up today.
Because the schedule's not kind for Atlanta.
No.
You've got a doubleheader coming up Tuesday. We've seen this with Bryce Elder. The walks, big problems. We've seen it from Charlie Morton, to be frank, and the hit batsman. That's been a problem. Muller has walked 4. He's given up 3 hits. And this one on the ground. Dansby's got that. And a nice recovery will retire the side. 3 walks in the inning. 1 scores. Texas leads 3-0. But then goes up to Kyle Wright, perhaps for some advice. Kyle Wright, in his early days in the Braves rotation, was in the exact same spot as Kyle Muller. So with a little video technology, the 2 of those will perhaps help Muller make a mechanical adjustment that'll keep him in this game. Braves need to not only hold Texas down, but to your point, Jeff, got to start scoring runs, man.
Got to score runs and need Kyle to give you 4 or 5 innings today. As you said, 4 games in 3 days up in New York. Granted, you get an extra guy for the doubleheader, but still. See if bottom part of the order here and get something started. Contreras coming off his first multi-homer game Friday night.
Yeah, there was no concern about the baseball or the humidors or anything else with his 2 shots. One of them hit the star in the back of the Texas bullpen.
On a line.
So Taylor Hearn's been given a 3-0 lead. I figured out who Hearn reminds me of. Darren Oliver.
Darren Oliver, yeah. Former teammate of mine here in 2010. Big old cutter.
Two balls and a strike. Maybe Hearn will have some control troubles. He's walked 7 guys in 15 innings coming in.
He just sat down for a long time, too, after that second inning.
And ball 4, leadoff walk, second free pass. Dansby Swanson will stand in. Dansby's 1 for 7 in the series. But his average has been steadily rising. He's got that over 200.
Seen a lot better ABs from him, too.
Yep.
More patient, getting in the counts, and with 2 strikes using up the middle the other way.
He has about 5 acres on the right side of the infield. If you go that way.
He is by far one of the more, I guess you could say, unusual shifts here. If you'll see, they load that left side up with him. And you can see where Semien is a good 10-15 feet left of that bag. And of course, with the runner being held on at first, got a lot of room over there.
Swinging a high fly ball toward left. Solak, long run near the line and the wall, won't have a play. Hey, nice catch.
Braves fan.
Hi, fans from Waxahachie, Texas. Hometown of the great Harley race. One of the all-time best World Wrestling Alliance grapplers. 1 ball, 1 strike for Dansby Swanson. 3-0 Texas. The pitch. Swinging a shot. That's headed for the gap in left center. That's going to be productive. Off the base of the wall. Contreras on his way to third. He'll get the red light. And Dansby Swanson to Jeff's point, using the middle of the field. Productively so. Second and third, nobody out.
Whenever he stays to that big part of the field, beautiful swing. You're starting to see him really heat up. Gets the ball up. You've always known you throw a fastball, Dansby's going to rip it, and he hits this thing off the bottom of the wall. Almost snuck it over. Good chance here to strike back for a couple runs.
6 doubles for Dansby. And here's your point earlier in the game. Put the ball in play. That's what Texas has done. Chance for Acuna, who struck out looking his first time.
Good rip there, 95.
Ball hit to Semien or Seager. They'll concede a run.
And again with Ronald, though, we talk about just not many at-bats yet. So as he's really getting into this thing, remember, this is the first time he's seeing some of this high-velocity type pitching.
19 at-bats at AAA, 6 walks. No spring training to speak of.
Exactly. That's the other thing. No spring training. You can hit all you want off live BP, backfields in the minor leagues, but until you see a guy at this level, it's difficult.
1-2 pitch. Lifted right side. That's curling toward the seats. A leadoff walk, a Swanson double has the Braves in business with the top hitters coming up. There are the Braves base runners. The pitch. Struck him out. 4 strikeouts for Taylor Hearn. Acuna can't put it in play. There's out number 1.
Climbed the ladder on him at 95. Beat him to the spot up top. Not only up top, Chip, but was able to kind of get it in on him a little bit too, to not let him extend.
So Matt Olson, the hitter. Matt struck out swinging his first time up. A cue shot hit toward third. Culberson thought about coming home, but takes the sure out. And smart base running by Swanson. Hearn late to cover third base, so no chance to throw back across the diamond to get him. Give Olson an RBI, his 7th. Swanson to third, 2 outs. It's a 3-1 game.
Yeah, you'd have loved a base hit there, but another thing of just put the ball in play and you're able to get this run. Good read by Contreras, getting a good jump off that. And then Dansby, great job recognizing no one's at third.
So Atlanta gets one of them back. Here is Austin Riley. He took a free pass his first time up. That's too high. Austin checked his swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. A lot of action here in the first 3 innings, including Rick Cranitz ejection. The pitch. That missed inside. Too tight. 2 balls and a strike.
If you know Cranny, he's a pretty mild-mannered guy, but every once in a while he can get heated with the best of them, and that happened here today in the second.
Riley, base hit to left. Clutch. 2-out hit. Atlanta sure needed that. 13 RBIs for Austin Riley, and we've got a 1-run game.
And not only that, the 2-out RBIs is that will really, you get a big strikeout of Acuna, and then you get the ground ball from Olson. You think, I got a chance to get out of this with only 1 instead of 2. in this fast infield. Culberson, look how deep he's playing, and Riley still hits it hard enough to get it to left field and cut it within one.
Fourth two-out RBI for Riley this year. That makes it a 3-2 game. And as it happens so often, trouble begins with the leadoff walk. So Ozuna now with Riley at first. He took a shot at right field. That's fouled away. Strike one. So the Braves are back in the game, 3-2. And a gaping hole right side for Marcell if he can fill this spot. The pitch. They're telling you how they're going to pitch him. They want to keep his hands close to the body. But if he makes a mistake, Ozuna can leave the park. The pitch. Hammered just like that. Back-to-back two-out hits.
And you can see both Riley and Ozuna have gone and done their homework after facing a much better. AB's laying off the fastball in. Like you said, seeing the ball out over the plate, gets a slider. Marcell smokes it.
So the Rangers will talk it over. Brendan Segura is the co-pitching coach for Texas. And ironically enough, as the Rangers chat, let's enjoy a message from Texas Pete.
Welcome to the tribe. The Texas Pete tried and true. Texas Pete, sauce like you mean it.
Things have gotten hot for the Braves offense here in the third inning. 2 runs on 3 hits. And Ozzie Albies a chance to, at the very least, get the game tied.
He's at the right side of the plate. I thought he had a good AB his first one. Drove it to right center. I think you're right. The key with Hearn after watching this now is got to find a way to get him out over the plate. He wants to come in and really kind of jam you and get you kind of gator arm in that baseball.
Ozzie is looking for his first hit in his last 16 at bats. This would be a great time for that. Swing and a fly ball, wallop toward left, but right at Solak. And that will retire the side. Hard hit ball. The Braves get 2 to get back in the game. It's a 3-2 score.
Having thrown 49 pitches, we saw him talking to Kyle Wright there after the last inning. And in speaking with Travis d'Arnaud this morning, of course, he has the day off, but it was kind of interesting to hear him explain what he tries to remind Kyle of when the two of them work together. And he goes, you know, this may sound simple, but I tell him, don't forget how hard it is to hit in this game. Even when the ball's right down the middle, trust your stuff. He goes, this guy is basically throwing 100. He's 6'7", 250. I don't think anyone is comfortable in the box against him. I just want him to stay in attack mode, he said, like he was this spring, and get ahead in these counts. Because again, he mentioned the walks, right? The walks are something we've seen Kyle today battle with a little bit. It raises the pitch count, and he goes, I know when he attacks, you know, he's a lot better in that situation, guys. But I thought that was good advice from Travis d'Arnaud. Don't forget how hard it is to hit, right, Frenchie?
100%. Kelly, you go out there for BP and watch guys. I mean, 5 balls and a guy just lobbing it in, you'll see him hit it in the net, hit ground balls. So that's the thing. You don't have to change a whole lot when you come up from AAA. Guys, I think, tend to think I got to be perfect or I got to do this. Instead, you know, there's a reason. And that's Kyle Wright's perfect example of that. Worked for him last year, you know, in AAA. It's working this year in the big leagues.
Yeah, Max Fried has said, let him put the ball in play.
Yeah.
You've got a Gold Glove caliber defense behind you. You don't have to be perfect.
And that's the thing, you really do. You have 4 guys in the infield for this Braves team, all very capable of winning Gold Gloves year in and year out.
So Muller got 2 runs to get back in the game. Let's see if he can mow down Nick Solak here. The pitch is rolled foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Olson and Riley with 1 out and 2 out RBIs respectively. Easy for me to say, make it a 3-2 game. That's downstairs. It's 2-2. Already 5 3-ball counts for Kyle Muller. And a flare into shallow right, and DeMeritt lost in the lights.
100%. That ball got right in the thing. The most hopeless feeling as an outfielder right there. It really is. You can see he got a great beat on it. Look at this jump. Beautiful jump. And right here, can't see it. Just a bad break.
When in doubt, slam on the brakes, right?
No. On turf like this, too?
Exactly.
Trust me. He keeps coming, loses that ball, goes all the way to the wall. Now you got a triple.
So Nathaniel Lowe hits with a man aboard. Tough break for Muller. Let's see if he can work around this. And that's a little low. 1 ball, no strikes. No hits for Lowe in the series. He struck out looking to end the Ranger first. Sixth 3-ball count. 3-0. Wonder if he'll have a green light. Muller wonders too. We're about to find out. We'll never know. That's his 5th walk. 2 on, nobody out. So Andy Ibanez, who walked his first time up and came around to score. And he's had a very good homestand. 6 hits against the Astros and the Braves. Muller needs a ground ball. The Braves have him at double play depth. Texas 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. And that's going to be 1 for 7 if Dansby catches this. Is that an infield fly? Yes, it is. Ordinary effort takes care of Ibanez, who is anxious. That helps. 1 out.
Yeah, I was going to say big break after that. Getting a first pitch pop up here. Now you're 1 ground ball away from getting out of this inning. Especially when your offense just put 2 back on the board for you.
Charlie Culberson with a base hit and the 3rd Ranger run. Runner at second takes off for third. No chance for Contreras. Solak steals third. And action begins in the Braves bullpen. Jesse Chavez.
Well, you see, not even a look by Muller, and that was an easy stolen base.
Fly ball means a run, perhaps. Atlanta's still hoping for a double play ball. Bunt try. Olsen glove flip to the plate and in safely. Charlie Culberson brings home Solak with a perfect bunt. And you called it earlier. Chris Woodward with some National League style baseball.
They're just taking advantage of the small things, stealing a couple bases here. Culberson puts a bunt down right down first. Actually, good job by Matt Olson charging it here. And with a good toss, he actually probably had a chance to get him. And you can see it's one of those that just kind of stuck in his glove up. And Contreras wasn't able to make the tag.
So the Rangers get a run. They get another base runner. The Braves unable to get an out. And Eli White is up. He walked his first time up. Close but low. Eli White's from Braves country, from Greenville, South Carolina.
Clemson boy.
Yes, shortstop. And wisely, knowing his future was in the major leagues, majored in financial management.
Smart man.
Two balls, two strikes, two on, one in. The pitch. Struck him out. Good time to break out a curveball. White over the top of that. And Muller has his third strikeout in the game.
And it's never a good sign when your leadoff hitter Simeon's coming up for the third time in the third inning. Not making the 69th pitch.
And Contreras blocked that. One ball, no strikes. Generous inside corner. He'll take that. One ball, one strike. Top of the order for Texas in the third inning. All that hard work for the Braves to get to within a run. Last half inning. Now it's a 4-2 game. Whoa, way outside. Muller overthrew that. Another 3-ball count. Kyle, last pitch for Gwinnett against Jacksonville, the Jumbo Shrimp. Struggled. 4 walks, 5 hits, 3 runs, 4 innings. He did strike out 8. He's allowed 4 runs in his season debut today.
Good slider.
As the old baseball great Dizzy Dean once said, it's slud.
Yeah.
Now can he do it again? The runners will be moving with 2 outs and a 3-2 pitch. There they go. And they're loaded. I think Brian Snitker has seen enough. He's going to make his way to the mound. When you're not around the plate consistently, you seldom get the close pitches, and Muller didn't get that one. And he's going to be taken down with 6 walks in 2 2/3 innings. It's fortunate to be a 4-2 game. Jesse Chavez was warming. Kyle Muller departs. 4-2 your score.
And by Truist. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank.
The Rangers trying to raise the roof here at Globe Life Field. Big crowd getting into it now as they've extended their lead to 4-2. Bases are loaded. And now they'll take aim at Jesse Chavez. One thing we know about Jesse, he's going to throw strikes.
Yeah, and this is a big moment in this game right here at 4-2. And that's why Jesse's in this game, try to keep you in it. We got in here today, and we kind of said today's one of those days you feel like you might see a lot of guys in the pen. You could have a 10-8 score, something like this. So if you can keep it right here, the way you saw the Braves offense bounce back last inning, you have a feeling that they're still due a lot more runs.
Well, I'm all for a 10-8 game as long as we leave with the 10.
No, exactly. That's why, of course, our numbers goes first.
I want to clarify that. 1 ball, 1 strike. With the bases loaded for Adolis Garcia. Here it is. It's the one thing in baseball you can't defend, and that's the walk. Muller walked 6 today. Jesse back in it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Change up. This guy knows how to pitch. He's been in this situation a million times.
Yeah, he's not going to overpower you, but he's trying to hit spots, change eye levels.
Driven to right to Merritt. Late break. That one did get behind him. It's up against the wall. 3 are going to score. Garcia around second. He's on his way to third. So the inning started with a ball lost in the lights. That one hit on a line, and Travis a little indecisive, and that clears the bases.
Well, he hit it, and watch Travis out there. A little bit of a freeze for a second, and then when he really started to go after it, by that point, he had made up his mind.
First triple by a Ranger hitter this year. And all these runs are Muller's responsibility. 7 of them in 2 2/3 innings. Texas has scored in every frame. And Garcia now with 17 RBIs on the year. And 5 against the Braves. Corey Seager. Strike at the knees. The cutter, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So a lost ball in the lights. A hesitation in right. A sacrifice bunt that turned into a run. Braves just couldn't stop the snowball from gaining momentum down the hill. Right off the end of the bat, and the Braves get Chavez out. And they get Corey Seager to roll back to the mound. The Rangers have scored in every inning. They extend their lead at 7-2. We welcome you to Hyundai Sunday here in Arlington, Texas. Braves need some long drives in this game if they want to win the series. They are down 7-2 to Taylor Hearn and the Texas Rangers in the rubber game of the series. The Braves will have Duvall, Demeritte, and Contreras coming up. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 4 in the third for Texas. Both Braves runs came in the last at bat. That made it a 3-2 game.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere. You got to chip away. Braves can get this game back. You know, chip within a couple runs. You got the full bullpen down there today. With yesterday only using Elder and Strider.
Boy, Strider good.
He was great. He was great yesterday. His big thing, I think, and we've seen it this year, is he going to continuously be able to throw strikes and be consistent? Because yesterday we saw it when those hitters for the Rangers had no chance.
Duvall down 2 strikes. Adam was robbed by Charlie Culberson back in the second inning. Duvall, a key member of this offensive lineup. It's been a struggle to start. See if he can get something going here. 197 at the start of today's play. To Jeff's point on the 4 keys. Make more contact. Two good rips in this at bat. Keeping it alive. But Adams able to put the ball in play. His batting average in those instances is .298. Like that kind of action right here. Behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Travis Demeritte waits on deck. 7-2 Texas. Line to third. Duvall out in front. He's retired. 1 up, 1 down. And Demeritte is coming up. He struck out in his first appearance. One ball, no strikes. More action in the Braves bullpen. Jackson Stevens has gotten up. Looks like he'll come in and pitch the 4th inning.
Try to get a couple innings out of him. Keep this game where it's at.
Just joining us, Rick Kranitz was ejected in the 2nd inning. Would Drew French come in from the bullpen and be the acting pitching coach, or would that just be handled by Sal Fasano and Snit and Walt Weiss?
It's a good question. I don't.
Well, there's your answer.
Got the call up.
Boy, those guys with French in their last name.
Smart.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good eye. Did you see he's really trying to establish the inner half?
That's smart. Ball flies in this ballpark, and he's got a terrific infield defense behind him. And now 3-2. And Demeritte went up and out of the zone to chase that. And he strikes out for the 2nd time. That's 5 of them for Taylor Hearn today. And 2 are out.
Almost all his strikeouts, Chip, if you've looked, same spot almost where Ronald swung through, kind of up in the zone on the inner half.
Seven strikeouts is Taylor Hearn's big league high. That came April 12th last year in Tampa. And now Contreras, the Braves' 8th place hitter, bases empty, takes down in. We told you Hearn is a strikeout guy. He's averaging over 10 strikeouts per 9 innings. And you can see he's got the arm. Former draft pick and signee of the Washington Nationals, who sent him to Pittsburgh, and now here in Texas. Back off the netting foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. First multi-homer game for William Contreras came here on Friday night.
I've been impressed with him, just obviously offensively too, but defensively I think he's improved a lot since last year.
On the ground, Charlie Culberson, another great pick, slings it across in time. Culberson's having quite a day against his former club. A bunt single, RBI, and 3 great plays at the hot corner.
In 3 2/3 scoreless innings are Zaxby's indescribably good play, and he told me after the game that he actually had a long conversation with Max Fried and some of the things he dealt with when he first got up here, and kind of just the mental approach that he took. And he said, I definitely have been out there pitching, trying to get guys to swing and miss. I'm looking to try and get them to do that rather than to just try and get contact. And that was one of the things that Max really talked to him about. And he goes, it was almost a freeing feeling to hear that, because he goes, it is. You're just trying to get guys out of the box, whether that's making contact, getting them to swing and miss. And he goes, it may sound simple, but it's a lot harder said than done out there sometimes, guys.
Yeah, great point. Something Sandy Koufax said.
Yeah.
The moment he became the Hall of Fame pitcher that he is was the moment he realized, I want them to hit the ball. I just don't want them to hit it hard.
No, and I think now the great thing too is, Charlie's always been kind of the last year and a half that older veteran guy, but Max now is kind of coming into his own too as far as being able to help some of these young pitchers along. And again, what we saw from Strider last night was as impressive as we've seen all year.
So Jackson Stephens, the third pitcher of the day for the Braves. He's on in the fourth inning. Jackson hasn't pitched in a big league game in a week. We'll see how sharp he is. He made quite an impression on April 12th. A 3-inning, 3-hit save with 4 strikeouts. That was the Braves' blowout win over Washington. And he's come in throwing strikes to Mitch Garver, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI hit. That came in the opening inning. Texas with a 4-run third has broken open what was a 3-2 game. And there's an impressive start. Stephens gets Garver to flail away, 1 down.
Well, that's the thing. It was really that last hit was kind of the killer, because it's not like, they have 5 hits. It's the 6 walks that preceded that, which was really the killer.
A bases clearing triple by Garcia, who was victimized by Travis Demerit's inside the park homers. So turnabout's fair play. And now Cole Calhoun will bat for Solak in the 4th inning. This is what Chris Woodward does. He plays matchups. And they're apparently very strict matchups. We'll see how this lineup change affects the Rangers. If the game gets close late, the Braves can unleash all their left-handed relief pitchers. Calhoun, former Angel, is 0 for 6 in the series. No hits in his last 12 at-bats. He hit 5th here yesterday after leading off the first 3 games. So the Rangers, obviously, with a 7-14 record, are trying to find their identity, and a lot of interchangeable parts, Jeff, trying to figure out who best fits where, both in the batting order and their defensive alignment too.
100%. Just trial and error. See who fits and what pieces moving forward.
On the ground into the shift. Riley's got that. A perfect throw for out number 2. Good start for Jackson Stephens. Let's enjoy a quick message from Zaxby's.
It's the new Signature Club with bacon and cheese, remixed by Zaxby's.
Stephens looking for the first 1-2-3 defensive inning for Atlanta. Nathaniel Lowe stands in the way of that. He has struck out, walked, and scored.
Jeff so far coming in, filling up the strike zone.
Yeah, Stephens may be a relatively unknown commodity for Braves fans, but know this, he's been a big leaguer for a while. 36 appearances in the big leagues before this season, and then last year in the Mexican League. And if you throw strikes consistently, you can pitch in any league, and Stephens is doing that. He had Lowe off stride and forced a foul ball. It's 1-2. Right back where it came from, and just out of reach of Ozzie, who made a great leaping try. And Lowe's aboard with a 2-out single. That snaps that rough patch for the Texas Rangers hitter.
Ozzie almost got this ball, just kind of tailed a little. You can see at the end enough for him not to be able to get it. Good piece of hitting.
Oh, that close. So that scatters the coconut husks at the base of the turf here. And Ibanez bats. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Ball 1. 7 runs on 6 hits for Texas. They have left 5 men on base. After this series, the Braves will be big Rangers fans. They'll be heading to Philadelphia for a date with the Phillies. We head to New York. A 4-game series starts tomorrow. Max Fried will open up that series against the Mets. Charlie Morton and Kyle Wright will pitch the doubleheader for the Braves in an order yet to be determined. Ian Anderson will pitch Wednesday afternoon. The Mets have not announced their starters yet. Pitch. And look, it's 1st of May. This is a critically important series. Not just this one in Texas, but the one against the Mets. The Braves start play today, 5 games back in the division. The Mets are 15-7, tied with Milwaukee for the best record in the National League. At the onset of today's play, the pitch.
Now 3-2, 2 outs, runner will get a head start. Matt Olson let him know he's backing off.
Runner goes, and the pitch got out of play, foul. That ball caught by a fan from Amarillo, Texas. Probably a big Sod Poodles fan. How could you not be?
Heard they got good announcers down there.
Darn tootin', as they say here in Texas. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the runner goes, and the pitch is bang foul at the plate.
That was a good pitch there after a bunch of pitches away. Ran that one in on his hands.
Jackson got the first 2 hitters pretty quickly. He's up to 19 pitches, though, here in the 4th. Struck him out, and that'll retire the side. Ibanez rung up. Generous call. Stevens and the Braves will be very happy to accept that. We're through 4. Braves bats got to go to work. Dansby will get it started. We welcome you to another beautiful Hyundai Sunday. Chip, Jeff, and Kelly with you as the Braves and Rangers wrap up this 3-game series. It's been all Texas to this point. They enjoy a 7-2 lead. But let's see if we can get our rally caps on and get something going. Starting first with Dansby Swanson, who leads things off.
Yeah, Dansby with the big hit there in the 3rd inning to get the Braves offense going with that double off the left field wall. Get something going again and try to chip away with a couple this inning.
That sharply hit to left field. He jumped all over the first pitch. A 2-for-2 game for Dansby. So there's a start. We go back to the top of the order. A couple of defensive changes, Jeff, for Texas. Cole Calhoun's in the game in right. Garcia moves from right to center and White to left.
Yeah, got ready for that first pitch fastball. 7-2 lead. Beautiful swing. And it's the one good thing when Dansby's going right down there in that 9-hole. Second leadoff hitter. Now you got a guy with wheels on the base for the top of the lineup.
Ronald has struck out twice. Serving as the Braves' designated hitter today.
I wonder how that affects him too. You know, some people. I was not a great DH type guy. I like being out in the field, being able to do it too. You wonder how that affects him at times.
Certainly different, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A guy that's used to running all over the place and being out there. Now you come in. A lot of times you just, honestly, you sit on the bench. You don't really know what to do.
Flow of the game was a refrain I've heard. I think Chipper said he didn't like it. He liked being on both sides of the ball
exactly.
in a big league game.
Well, if you have a bad at bat, it kind of helps. You get out in the field and forget about it. In the dugout, you just sit there and dwell on it.
Good lead at first. The pitch. Took a shot at right, foul back. It's 2 balls and a strike. Good to have Ronald back in the lineup. He has DH'd the last 2 games. I think part of it is this turf. With the recovery from knee surgery, keep him off his feet. Natural surface in New York. I would expect him to be in right field tomorrow, but we'll see if the Acuna rules apply against the Mets.
If you're not used to turf, you know, some of these guys, you start playing on it every day, you get used to it, but when you're not, you talk about what it does to your knees, your lower back.
A swing and a miss.
It's late on heaters right now.
Yep.
That's the biggest thing I've noticed. His eye looks, you know, good. He's taking pitches that aren't in the zone, but just late getting to that fastball.
So it's a full count for Acuna. The Braves have left 3 on base. As Hearn ready, here it comes. And a good take and a good start. 2 on, nobody out. Your prediction might come true if these pitchers keep walking people, especially Hearn, who's got a 5-run lead. That's his 3rd base on balls.
I'm going to tell you, at 80 pitches now, Chris Woodward's going to give him a chance to try to qualify for the win, but at the same time, another guy or 2 gets on, I could see him going to that bullpen. He knows what this Braves offense can do quickly. Be good to see Matt gap one here and bust it open.
He's got one of the Braves' RBIs on a ground ball. Upstairs for the Braves first baseman, Matt Olson. Braves are 1 for 4 today with runners in scoring position. A chance to change that. Oh, good cut.
Yeah. He was ready for that 2-0 fastball.
This may sound like an elementary question. When you're off at the plate, obviously emotionally it feels bad. Is it something you can physically feel?
I think a little bit, you know, like that, for instance, when things are going well, it just, you naturally get that bad head to the ball, and here you just miss it. You foul it off.
The pitch. Out of play, foul.
That's what happens. And you chase one a little bit off the zone, and now you're back to 2-2 when you're in control of the count. That's the hardest part about hitting, when you're scuffling a little bit, like not to overthink, to try to just see the ball and hit the ball. Because when you're going, you know, well, you don't think about that at all. You just get up there and see it.
2-2 pitch. So it's not something you can feel mechanically. It's not your hand position. It's not the arc of your swing. I mean, those things factor in.
Yeah, they all factor in. But like right here, I like that if you feel yourself rolling over and out front sometimes, and this guy's got a good fastball 95, try to think about driving that ball the other way. We saw Matt do that a lot early part of the season.
Another 2-2, back up the middle, but right at the second base bag. Boy, oh boy, you're talking about bad luck. Runner at third, double play. The only thing that Seager had to worry about was the ball hitting the second base bag.
They couldn't ask for, like you said, that was close, so it almost hit that bag.
Austin Riley has reached base twice. Big 2-out hit for Atlanta drove in the second Braves run. Good cut. That's popped foul back toward us in the press area. No balls and a strike. Season high in pitches for the Ranger left-hander. He's approaching his career high of 91. I think, Jeff, you're right. I think he sees the finish line here. Get to 5, get a chance to win his first game at home in his last 5 outings.
Well, that double play for him is huge because the way Austin Riley is swinging the bat right now, by getting that double play, less of a threat.
And Austin Riley swings and misses. A promising inning goes by the boards. A double play and another strikeout. We're halfway home in Arlington. Drew French, the Braves bullpen coach, talking things over with Brian Snitker, and Drew's crew has to do its thing today. A look inside the numbers brought to you by Hyundai. If the Braves want to win, can't give the Rangers any more.
Yeah, first week of the season, had some trouble along the way, but since then, you see, after the first week, done some great work in that bullpen. They're asked to do it again here today. Heads up.
Don't want to relive what happened to Charlie in Washington a couple of years ago. You know, he's sensitive to that. That's why he wears that flap on the front of his helmet. But yeah, you're right, Jeff. You pointed that out in our opening comments. The Braves bullpen has been terrific. A 3.69 April ERA, a 2.03 opponent's batting average. And even in games like this, where you're down 5 runs, you don't ever feel like you're out of it because this bullpen has shut the opponents down so effectively. And then, of course, when you lead, you feel even better going into the 7th, 8th, and 9th with the closers that the Braves can throw at the opponents.
Yeah, they love that combo, but I agree. It's the other part of the bullpen that's keeping you in these games to give the offense a chance to fight back.
How about that swing and a miss? Charlie Culberson tied up, fooled by Jackson Stevens. And Charlie Culberson's perfect day comes to a close. He's 2 out of 3 with out number 1.
We talk about an emergency hack.
So 3 strikeouts for Stevens in an inning and a third. Here is Eli White. He's walked and struck out. And the point to illustrate further what the bullpen has done, as Zach Rex come in, or comes in, I should say, for Texas. That platoon carries over. This is the 13th game the Braves have given up the first run in the game. This is game number 23.
Yeah.
So in 13 of your 23 games, the Braves have trailed. That's not a usually successful formula because the other teams have good relievers too. And to center field, Rex with a pinch hit single. So Rex, who got his first major league hit yesterday, now has hits in back-to-back games as a big leaguer. Well, they do come in bunches, don't they?
Yeah, good piece there, going right back up the middle.
But this is the guy they've got to get going, Marcus Semien.
Yep.
Back to the mound. Stevens will look to second, take the sure out at first. And Semien struggles continue. He's hit the ball on the ground 3 times and is 0 for 3. Runner to second for Adolis Garcia. A single, a triple, 3 RBIs, and a stolen base for Garcia. Braves have already thrown a total 112 pitches in this game. Stevens with number 29 coming. Kyle Muller threw 74 pitches in 2 2/3 innings. His pitch count jacked up because of 6 walks. Swinging a fly ball center. Back goes Duvall. Good jump. And that will retire the side. It's an official game. Braves are down 7-2. We go to the 6th. Of this Texas franchise than any other manager. And that includes Johnny Oates and Ted Williams and Bobby Valentine. And all the love Ronnie Washington got on this 70th birthday weekend in Arlington is our T-Mobile coverage cam. Heck, even the former president came out to say hi to Ron Washington.
He was a beloved figure here, that's for sure. And last 20-25 years by far was here for the most success that the Rangers have had. 1 out away in 11.
1 strike.
Yeah, 1 strike, you're right.
So Matt Moore is the new Texas pitcher. He's got a 6 1/3 inning scoreless streak. He's given up just 3 hits in that stretch. He follows Taylor Hearn, who went 5 innings, allowed 2 runs. Marcell Ozuna, the first man to meet Moore. The official line for Taylor Hearn: 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts.
Braves had a couple opportunities to get to him a little more than they did. He got a couple double play balls.
Matt Moore was selected from their AAA franchise in Round Rock on April 16th. This guy's been around a long time.
He has.
Moore's first big league action came in 2011. He was a can't miss star with Tampa Bay. In his 3rd season, he was a 17-game winner. But then injuries for Moore. Went to the Giants, led the league in losses in 2017. Went to Detroit, pitched a couple games there. Was with the Phillies in 2021. And now back up with Texas, where he's got a 1.08 ERA. And he just struck out the leadoff man, Marcell Ozuna. Boy, the Braves are taking a ton of called 3rd strikes. They've struck out 7 times today, 1 away.
And they just all day, Corey Blazer, that ball in the inside half from these lefties, he has given that call.
So as the great Sandy Alomar Sr. once told me, you can watch the game or you can observe the game. Those observing are seeing what you described. First pitch from Ozzie. Ground ball to Charlie. 360 spin. He throws a strike. Ozzie 0 for 3. And 2 quick outs in a 7-2 game. The MLB Ballpark app. Complete your next visit to Truist Park. Buy and manage game tickets. Unlock offers. Access exclusive content and more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Here's Duvall. Adam has hit the ball to Charlie Culberson twice, and he's 0 for 2. As I mentioned earlier in the series, the Texas Rangers relief corps has thrown more innings than their starters. As a group, they're averaging 1 run less than the starting staff. So this has been a strength of their team. But I wouldn't think, Jeff, that's a recipe for long-term success.
No, for sure.
But Hearn helped them today with 5 solid innings. And they'll get John Gray back in that Phillies series. As this one hit in the air to center. Drifting back is Garcia. He'll have a ton of room. And Duvall and the Braves are done in the 6th. Matt Moore, 1-2-3 frame. It's 7-2 Rangers. Giveaway is May 10th, honoring John Smoltz and his Cy Young Award. The first 15,000 fans at Truist Park on May 10th will get a John Smoltz bobblehead. Get your tickets today at Braves.com/promos. Jackson Stevens back to work. His 3rd inning. He's allowed a couple of hits, but no runs. 7-2. Texas has the lead. Seager, Garver, and Cole Calhoun are coming up. And a line drive into right, and that's going to drop in front of Demerit. Seager has another hit against the Braves.
Yeah, just turns on this ball. And it's interesting. You can see Travis in right field with these lights a little, to me, gun shy after he's had a tough luck run today as far as a lot of these balls are that right. Do I go after him? Do I not? It's not easy playing somewhere like this for the first time.
Here's Mitch Garver. The Braves shift for him. And it's in for a strike.
And indoors, nonetheless, you know, you always trust yourself outside, natural light, all that. Sometimes it's tough like this.
Yeah, the lights right under the metal framework supporting this 5.5-acre roof here at Globe Life Field. And look, no matter where you put them, once you have the artificial lights,
yeah,
it always seems to happen once or twice a year to somebody. And sadly, it was Travis early today. And that view reminds me so much of Arizona and Houston combined. They did a great job here with this 3rd major league facility for the Rangers. The first ballpark is an old minor league park right next to the highway. Truly a Jeff Francoeur drive off the 18th tee from where we sit now. The second Rangers ballpark is now called Choctaw Stadium. We've got soccer and high school football events there, as this one's hit toward left. But the big advantage of the Rangers field, Jeff, this place has a roof, which, as you know, as a player here, July, August, September, when the games mean the most, they won't be playing in triple-digit heat.
No, you're right about that. And then you think about the other places in their division that they go. You know, Houston with a roof, Seattle, a roof, never really hot there. Oakland, same thing, not hot there.
But it's a beauty. Very nicely done. First time the Braves have played here in regular season play. A series that held a lot of promise for Atlanta, especially, Jeff, after they won the first game. It looked so good doing it. It was just a crisp, clean, well-played game. A 6-3 victory.
Really 2 nights in a row. To back that up Thursday night at home versus the Cubs, I thought it was a clean game. They hit a lot of balls hard, we talked about.
Since then, the Braves have 3 runs on 7 hits in a game and a half. So 2 balls, no strikes for Cole Calhoun. Stroke to center. Duvall on his horse, still going back, and adjusts his route and makes a beautiful play. He's not a prototypical center fielder, but he is a Gold Glover, and that was a heck of an adjustment on the fly.
Well, great job going back. This ball is absolutely crushed. Does a good job seeing it in the glove. And playing deep. That's the other thing I like. When you're in a new park like this, it's spacious. Again, keep the ball in front of you.
A 401-foot drive is out number 2, and here's Nathaniel Lowe. Jackson Stephens filling up the strike zone. Getting this game, we hope, to the 7th with a 7-2 score. The Braves will have the lower third coming up. In the air to left, Ozuna is going to come on and make a backhanded catch, and that'll retire the side. Texas strands a leadoff man. We go to the 7th. Career no-hitter, May 1st, 1991. 44 years old. He struck out 16 men. Did it here in Arlington, Texas, against, at the time, the top hitting team in the American League, the Toronto Blue Jays. 7 of them for Nolan Ryan.
Pretty
3 more
awesome.
no-hitters than Sandy Koufax. And Nolan was here before the game. I assume he's still downstairs with former President Bush and his wife Laura. There's a documentary about Nolan Ryan called Facing Nolan that's being released after this game.
Yeah.
They're going to show it on the big screen after the Braves and Rangers play. I asked our colleague Joe Simpson, did he face Nolan Ryan? He said once. He said he popped out.
Hey, that's a win.
Which was a win. He made contact. And I said, well, why did you only face him one time? He said, well, we were playing for the Mariners at that time, and we knocked him out of the game. We scored 5 runs in 3 innings, and that was it.
Wow.
Nolan was out.
Weren't too many times people did that to
No
him.
kidding. And baseball is such a great game of numbers. Think of all of Nolan Ryan's strikeouts and all the historical figures who will try to get to 1,000 strikeouts.
Say, much less.
The 5,000 plus he had. A little bit of baseball history made last night. Clayton Kershaw passed our former colleague Don Sutton on the all-time Dodgers strikeout list. He now has 2,700 strikeouts. And there was a great article by Jason Stark a few days ago talking about whether we'll still have the impact of those 500 homers, 300 wins, 3,000 strikeout guys. I guess Kershaw is one that you figure has got a great chance to get to 3,000 strikeouts.
Check this the other day. There were 2 guys I think we saw. Kershaw and Greinke.
Right.
Were the 2 that got a chance here coming up. And after that, it goes down.
Greinke's 185 away. Kershaw's 300 away. First the pitch to Demerit. And a good start. He takes a walk in the 7th. Aaron Nola is one of 42 active pitchers that are over the 1,000 strikeout mark. Of those 42, Jeff, he's the only one under the age of 30.
Yeah.
And so that's the point of when you start to see these numbers of guys like Scherzer and Kershaw and Greinke. Enjoy it while you can.
Yeah.
Because it may be a long, long time before anyone ever approaches those hallowed marks. Here's Contreras. He's walked and scored. And that's downstairs. That's down low. Contreras getting the start for the Braves with the day game after the night game last night. He'll be busy in New York as well. Hope he continues to wear those good-looking yellow hitting shoes on the road. They certainly served him well here the other night with a 2-homer game. Just missed it. High fly ball. That's a rafter scraper. Who wants it? In left, the grab is made by Eli White. Back to first is Demerit, 1 out.
Well, that was a high fly ball, just under it.
That'd be kind of fun if somebody hits a pop fly here. Have a bang around on the metal girders and see what happens.
That's a long ways up there.
What we're hearing from the hitters when they launch the ball, they're seeing it go straight up and then straight down. It might happen. Maybe here with Dansby Swanson, who's had a good day at the plate. He's 2 for 2. And if the ball does strike one of those trusses, it's in play. Yanked and missed. No balls and a strike. Darren O'Day up in the Braves bullpen. Muller, Chavez, and Jackson Stevens, the Braves pitchers to this point.
Good curveball by Moore. Dansby both his hits on fastballs this afternoon, so they've gone change-up curve on him.
Moore ready, the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Dansby Swanson down on strikes. 8 strikeouts for the Braves offense today. 2 outs. And back to the top for the DH today, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ronald, a couple strikeouts. Good walk last time.
Hope you'll stick around for the stretch presented by Georgia Natural Gas. After the Braves make a big comeback here in Texas, we'll talk about the Mets. That's who's next. Our first look at the first place Buck Showalter-led club. We'll see them tomorrow night. Seems like Buck Showalter, Jeff, has made a big difference for that New York club.
Just a thing of like instant respect when he came in. Not that the other guys weren't doing it, but he's done it. He's had a track record. He's got him playing hard.
And well. Got some terrific managers in the National League East.
Yeah.
Brian Snitker has a world title. Davey Martinez has a world title. Joe Girardi's won world championships as a player. Don Mattingly, great player in his day, as the Marlins playing super baseball. As that one bounced up there and chases Demeritte to second base. All help appreciated here. Hit might mean a run. Garver on a knee, couldn't get over. Wild pitch officially. Two balls and a strike, 2 outs. Two and two. Well, for Ronald, the more pitches he sees, the better he'll recognize velocity and spin and location. He'd love to bring Matt Olson to the plate. It's been a while since Matt's taken the Grand Tour. The pitch. It's not to be. Acuna strikes out, and the Braves are done in the 7th. All Rangers 7-2. Time for the stretch. Nick and Trevor, nice job with the stretch. We join you again in Arlington, Texas. Chip and Jeff with you. Kelly Kroll down on the field for Atlanta. 7-2 is your score. Let's continue that conversation they had in the studio, Jeff. Our Discover matchup. Yes, it's the Braves and the Mets, and one of the routes to the division title the last 4 years for Atlanta. They've taken care of business against New York.
And one main reason for that, the Braves starters held Mets batters to 214 since 2020, and they've outscored the Mets by 53 runs in their last 29 games, and it's going to take that type of effort headed up to Flushing.
And so with that in mind, a much improved Mets team, this is what they're going to run into. The Braves have their top 4 guys lined up early.
You had it the way you wanted to with these matchups, and like you said, maybe this is a good thing because you go up to New York, the Mets record, the whole idea, it's going to get the attention of this Braves team, and maybe you'll see a nice 3 out of 4 with that rotation lined up.
That would be terrific. One other thing to think about, the Braves miss Max Scherzer. Scherzer's pitching tonight against the Phillies. Max Scherzer's 3-0 and has not lost a decision in his last 23 starts.
Wow.
So good guy to miss in that series, but plenty of terrific pitching from both teams set to get after it tomorrow night at what should be a real rowdy Citi Field in New York. Darren O'Day, the 4th Atlanta pitcher. He'll start the Texas 7th. The Ibanez, Culberson, and Rex.
Great job by Jackson Stevens, giving you 3 good innings.
He's given him a chance. All 7 runs for Texas were charged to Kyle Muller. 2 efficient innings back to back for Jackson. As O'Day misfires low, ball 2. 2-1 the count. That's swept off the plate. Nice pitch. Really fooled Andy Ibanez. A little extra zip on it too from Darren. So he's got it even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Texas scored a single run in the first inning, 2 in the second. The Braves got 2 runs back in the third. Looked like they were to get some momentum. It was a 3-2 game, and then Kyle Muller had all kinds of trouble in the third inning. A lost ball in the lights.
And then the triple by Garcia, really the thing that was kind of the dagger so far in this game. 3-run triple.
Popped up. Ozzie streaking out. Long run. Slides. Can't get it off his glove. Demeritte backs up. But it's a blue pit for Ibanez to start the 7th inning. Again, there's a reason for the shift, but honesty compels you to say if you're not shifted, Ozzie probably makes that play relatively easily.
Yeah, just had too far to go here. You see where that ball's hit. Travis, no chance in the outfield on that ball. Just off the tip of his glove.
Good day for former Brave Charlie Culberson. 2 hits, 2 runs. Can't give these guys any more in a 7-2 game. Runner goes, and it's fouled away. I'll tell you what, Chris Woodward not afraid to put his players in motion. They've been running a lot in this series. The reason for that, trying to jumpstart an offense that over the last 5 games entering today's play was hitting a $167.
Yeah, tough. Not had much success, so you see him trying to move it a little bit.
Fly ball to left, and Marcel won't have any trouble with that. Charlie's retired, 1 on, 1 out, and Rex, the hitter, he's singled with 1 out in the 5th inning. Rex didn't offer at that. 1 ball, no strikes. We'll see the Rangers again next year. If you didn't hear that news, the Major League Baseball players and owners agreed to a new schedule next season. It's more of an NBA style slate. Don't know if the Rangers will come to Atlanta or will come back here to Arlington.
So we could be right back here next year, and then the following year it'll start the rotation.
Right. I love that idea. I think it's so great.
I'm for that too. You're still going to get to play the people in your division plenty.
12 times.
But I think it's going to help even out the playing field a little bit more.
Well, and to that point, the last time the Braves were in Arlington, Texas was 2014. That's 8 years ago. Think about how dramatically these 2 franchises have changed faces and successes and failures in that period of time. And we've used the example a million times. I don't know if Mike Trout's been to Atlanta to play but once. And that was when the Braves were at Turner Field.
Yeah.
So that's all going to change, and I think it's great. Great way to grow the game. Great way to introduce our stars to new audiences.
Yep.
And create new rivalries, too. That's the other part of it. But we're all looking forward to next year. A ball, 2 strikes for Rex. And that's cut on a missed right under his hands. O'Day without number 2. Marcus Semien is the hitter. Darren O'Day, Jeff, is today's Georgia Natural Gas Impact Player.
I see that with his career with the Braves, and for him, when he's been able to stay healthy like that, he has been a great weapon out of this bullpen. Such a different look for Brian Snitker to be able to go to. Great career. Started with here in Texas and went to Baltimore.
Eric Nadel, the Hall of Fame voice of the Texas Rangers, told me a great story about Darren O'Day. It's with 2 outs, so I'll have to make it quick. They got him here in Texas, and his first game was with the Rangers in Toronto. And they said, just go to the ballpark, put your feet up as the runner goes, and it's fouled away. So O'Day gets to the hotel. The game goes long. It goes to extra innings. They call the hotel room and say, Darren, get down here. We need you to get ready in the bullpen. He was on the active roster. He gets to the ballpark, goes straight to the bullpen. After going to the locker room, they don't even have a jersey with his name on it. He goes down into the bullpen, gets in the game with another guy's jersey.
Why not, right?
It is debut. That appearance worked out well, as did Darren's career in the major leagues.
Maybe that's better to go in that way instead of having the anticipation of all day.
Well, yeah, but just think, you've got a writer, and this guy, Jeff Rancour's on the mound for the Rangers. Who's this guy? It was Darren O'Day the whole time. I have to ask Darren about that, because this ball is cracked down the left field line, foul. And into the second deck. But I'm with you. It's a great guy to have in your pen, a veteran. He's seen just about everything you can see. And when you need a ground ball, O'Day is a good candidate to induce that. Runner goes. Good jump. Pitch outside. Contreras throws it back to the mound. It was intercepted by O'Day. The throw is going to go to Ozzie, and O'Day just stuck the glove out. How about that intercept point?
Look at him. He's laughing.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Smart move. He wasn't going to get him.
Brian Snitker, a former catcher, appreciated that. Had a swing and a miss. They'll chuckle about that. Good inning for O'Day. Nice interception. Even nicer result in the 7th inning. Texas fails to add to a 7-2 lead.
And by Georgia Natural Gas. Live the greener life.
7-2 Texas. We move to the 8th inning. Chris Woodward's keeping the lefties in play on the mound. They'll go to their third pitcher. It's John King, who won 7 games for Texas last year, but then Jeff's shoulder problems and then thoracic outlet surgery.
Tell you what, it's pretty impressive he's come back. There's some guys that never quite can come back from that type of surgery. And as you said, Chris Woodward, 4 lefties in that pen for him down there for Texas.
That's a luxury. They'll start with Matt Olson. And in for a strike. Well, you notice up and down the media guide for the Rangers, so many kids from Texas on their team, much like the Braves with all the Atlanta kids. You could probably draft just in each home state and put together a terrific major league organization. King no different. Born in Missouri City, Texas, went to the University of Houston out of Clements, Texas High School. Their starter today, Taylor Hearn, was from Royce City, Texas. He went 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, and is in line to win his first game of the year. The Braves are running out of outs. They have 6 left. They're down 5 runs. Barring a big comeback, the Braves will not be successful in winning back-to-back series. It's obviously troublesome. The pitch is off the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The Braves split 4 games with the Cincinnati Reds, who are off to a dreadful start at 3-18. 2 of the Reds' 3 wins came against the Braves. High chopper off the turf. And a bobble, and not in time. The bobble cost him a chance to get Olson. And Matt's aboard to lead off the 8th inning.
See how they score this. They didn't bobble it enough that, let's see, just couldn't get it out of the glove. It was going to be bang bang either way, I feel like.
That was Charlie Culberson, who couldn't field it cleanly. So we await the scoring.
Yeah, give him a single.
So Matt will happily take that. So there's the start. Here's Riley, 1 for 2 with a walk. He has a Braves RBI. It was a big 2-out hit that again got the Braves to within 3-2.
Yeah. Well, you felt like they were really going to start coming along that time, but like I said, they struck back for 4. The Rangers did.
Riley was hit by that pitch, so I'll help appreciate it. 2 on, nobody out.
Get him on that back knee. Shit. Kind of felt great.
Yeah. So there's a start for the Braves. Here's Ozuna. Marcel has a hit today. 6 outs left, down 5. Strike. Austin Riley leads the team now in being hit by a pitch 3 times. Outfield straight away and deep and low. Even count. Four of Marcel's RBIs have come on the road. He has 10 in total. He's got 2 aboard with nobody out. Slowly hit towards short. Second base 1. There's the turn. It's a double play.
It's like any time they've been able to get a couple guys on, Chip, they have not been able to pick up the big hit to keep the line moving.
And that's been a big problem. We've talked about it.
Runners in scoring position.
Yeah, coming into this game, the Braves were 7 for the last 53, a 132 average with runners in scoring position. They're getting tons of chances.
Yep.
But those chances are not being answered. Here's Ozzie, 0 for 3, 0 for the series. Up the middle. Quick hop. And a peg to first. A promising start. Disappointing end of the 8th. Braves out of luck. It's 7-2. Brian Snitker laughing about that. O'Day. It's on me. Travis d'Arnaud says, come on, bro.
Look at everybody laughing.
Right there, does it. He didn't know he was going.
Nah.
So as we go to the home 8th inning, here's a quick message from Delta.
Delta, proud to be the official airline of the 2021 World Champion Atlanta Braves.
William Woods is on to pitch. William made his big league debut against the Cubs on April 27th. Pitched a scoreless inning and struck out Patrick Wisdom, the first big league hitter he faced. So a chance for William to get a little more big league action as he'll face Adolis Garcia. Woods had a nice run as a starter, but really took off when he went to the bullpen.
Yeah.
.97 there is not a bad way to work.
He's got a big arm.
That's down the right field line to Merritt on the run. He did not make the catch. It's ruled a trap, and he came up hurt. Demerit landed awkwardly near the line as he made that play. It was ruled a trap by both the first and second base umpire, and he's banged up.
Did it skip up and hit him in the eye? Yeah,
might be that
sand getting in his eye.
Yep.
%. That's exactly what it was. That sand.
Well, what a big league play, though. Number one, to keep that ball in the glove, and number two, to be inconvenienced after the play.
Yeah.
And as you said, checks out that raspberry on the leg. Remember the great catch he made at Truist Park? You said those never seem to heal because you're always diving around.
There's another one now.
Yep.
Back open.
Corey Seager smacks that into center field. A base hit. Back-to-back hits versus Woods. 2 on, nobody out. I will be glad to say goodbye to Seager.
100%, right?
There's such great analytics and such great scouting. Whatever the Braves have on this guy, do the opposite.
It doesn't matter. Look, that pitch is up in the zone. We talked about it. His numbers are coming up quick, though. He's really 271 now with some damage. Simeon's the one they're trying to get going to join him.
And we hope they both have huge games against the Phillies. That's the Rangers' next opponent. Here's Garver, an RBI single for Mitch. Way outside, ball 1. Garver's out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Great play, Riley. Second one. Ozzie the turn. How about that hot smash?
Wow.
He is something else.
That went from a double and maybe 2 RBIs to a 5-4-3. Great play. Look how quick he did. Turn the proper way, too. Look at that. Instead of waiting to turn back the other way, he turns with his momentum and gives a great toss to Ozzie, who has a perfect throw to Matt.
That'll make the highlight reels, or it should. As Woods happy with a twin killing, now he's an out away from sending it to the 9th. And that's a little tight for Cole Calhoun. Calhoun checked in the 4th inning for Texas and is 0 for 2. been a very well-attended series. We're all so grateful to see all the Braves fans. Chatted with a bunch of those after the game last night on the concourse. Texas has always been very fertile ground for Braves fandom, in person, on radio, on TV, and we're grateful for that. But to this point, the homestanding Rangers have enjoyed the series more. They lead 7-2 as Woods comes back with a double play and strikeout to send us to the 9th inning. Last call for the Braves. It's 7-2 in Game 3.
Landmark Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. And by Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi. Unbeatable internet. Only from Xfinity.
7-2 Texas. We head to the 9th inning. Before the Braves come up for their final call, let's enjoy a quick message from Racetrack.
Fuel up like the Freeze does with whatever gets you going at Racetrack.
Adam Duvall will lead off for Atlanta. Travis Demeritte, William Contreras, the first of what we hope will be many for the Braves in the 9th inning. Matt Bush is the Texas pitcher. Say that Matt Bush has had an interesting path to the major leagues is probably the kindest and quickest way to say it.
Yeah, he's had a long road.
Matt Bush was the #1 overall pick in the draft by the San Diego Padres in 2004. Then a whole host of injuries, very serious legal issues. Took him down a very windy path that led him to Texas in 2016. And here he is trying to seal a 7-2 win and a series victory for the Rangers, which would be their second of the season.
And you see with his arm the reason he was the first pick in the draft, 98. Easy cheese.
He was drafted as a shortstop, #1 overall. Think about that. This ball's on the ground to another shortstop. Seager's got it. And there's out #1 for Matt Bush. We will hope for better results in New York. The Braves will started play today 5 games back. They're going head to head with the Kings of the Mountain right now. The New York Mets lead the East. 4 big games in that series, with the Mets starting at 6:30 Eastern on Bally Sports Southeast and the Bally Sports app. Braves baseball presented by Truist.
Supposed to be a little chilly too tomorrow night up there.
Yep, dress warm, as Max Fried will get the series started for the Braves.
Well, him and Bassett should be a great pitching matchup.
Yeah, you talked about Bassett as an under-the-radar acquisition for New York.
He is really good. He had a great start there in Oakland. Again, one of those guys that's been in Oakland, you don't see him a lot.
Bush lets it rip, and that's off the plate. But think about his career. Back to Matt. You're drafted 1-1 overall as a position player, and 3 years later they convert you to the mound.
Yeah.
And that one ricochets off his body. It trickles out to third, and no play for Charlie Culberson. Demerit's aboard with 1 out, and Contreras is coming up.
It's one of those right off the mound, right back at him. Kind of that awkward hop about chest high.
So an infield hit for Travis Demeritte. His good work at the plate continued here in Texas. Contreras 0 for 2 with a walk, robbed by Charlie Culberson. Back in the 4th inning. Braves have 2 outs left. They need 5 runs. This one speared by Bush. And he threw it away. We see that so often from a pitcher. Hot shot to the mound. They throw from the front slope of the hill and they airmail the ball into center field, and that's exactly what happened. So they're at first and third. Couple of gifts.
Well, in this one, watch this. He gets it so quick, he just lets it go and throws, like you said. It's almost like he saw Semien coming out of the corner of his eye, watch, and tried to hit him instead of throwing the ball to the bag. Big break for the Braves there.
And especially so with this part of the lineup coming up, right?
Yeah, you get a couple more guys on, score a run or two, and you at least could bring up Olson or Riley with a chance to tie the game with a long ball.
So a golden chance for Swanson, who's had a 2-hit day for the Braves. And in for a strike. Largest crowd in the history of this ballpark is here today. 38,316. Will they see a miraculous 9th inning comeback from the Braves?
Why not?
Everybody's got their rally caps on in Braves country at 5:30 Eastern time. The pitch. Shot toward right field. That's going to get down into the glove of Cole Calhoun, but it's a sac fly to score Travis Demeritte. Give Dansby an RBI. Bush will trade the run for the out. And the Braves have one of those left, and Acuna coming up. So Ronald is the hitter. He has struck out 3 times and has walked once. So he's 1 for 7 in the series. That hit a check swing run scoring single last night, the only run the Braves got. And if Ronald needs to see velocity, this is one of the guys that is going to give it to him.
Well, and that was a bad break for Ronald. That ball was 5-6 inches off the plate.
Another comebacker. And Bush takes his time with this one. Fires to first. And that is your ball game. Chris Woodward and the Texas Rangers take 2 out of 3 from the defending world champs in Arlington, Texas. And Jeff, the Braves will go to New York 10-13 on the year with 4 games head-to-head tomorrow night.
Yeah, you really, I'll tell you what, partner, you really wish you came here and took 2 out of 3. You got them kind of not playing great baseball. But unfortunately, the last 2 games, the bats have kind of gone silent. And today, really, that big hit early kind of put this game out of reach for the Braves, and a couple chances but weren't able to do it. But look, you got to turn the page, because you said you're going up to New York. You got 4 games in a span of what, 48 hours. So good team. See if we can get back on track.
And it won't be as pro Braves as this crowd in Arlington was this weekend in a beautiful new ballpark. Texas beats Atlanta 7-3, your final score. Hearn the winner, Muller the loser. And tomorrow night we'll turn to Max Fried, who's not the Braves' lone star, one of many to get the Braves in the win column in our first look at the New York Mets at Citi Field. We hope you'll join us at 6:30 Eastern on Bally Sports Southeast. For Kelly Kroll, Jeff Francoeur, and our great crew, anchored by our producer Gretchen Caney, I'm Chip Carey. Thank you for joining us. Stick around. Braves Live presented by Xfinity is next.